whenever I teach food storage, it's always different from what they teach. Okay? Let's go ahead and start. Let's see. First of all, many of you have already seen and heard my workshops, but I always enjoy sharing this chart with you. Take a look. All those colorful, squiggly little lines represent past hurricanes, tropical storms, and tropical depressions between the year 1988 and the year 2000. This chart is very outdated. I received this from the Civil Defense, and they gave me the junkiest, most outdated chart. If I had a current chart, you would see 20 times more squiggly little colorful lines going around the Hawaiian Islands. Take a look. So I ask you, brothers and sisters, is it a matter of if we're going to get hit again with a hurricane, or is it a matter of when we're going to get hit? Okay? We already know that when I was 5 years old, I had just started kindergarten at Kapalama Elementary School. The Prophet Spencer W. Kimball received inspiration, revelation from my Heavenly Father to do what? To tell the members what? Food storage, be prepared, but what? Food storage for how long?
1 year.
1 year.
He's added now.
Yeah. In the early 70s, he added now.
That's right.
So, from this chart here, and I'm still waiting for my updated one, we learn a lot of things about hurricanes, tropical storms, and tropical depressions. Right? One great thing that I've learned is that a hurricane is very unpredictable. All of you take a look at that little green squiggly line on the bottom, way south of the islands. You see it? That little green line represented Hurricane Iniki. Yeah, see? What did Hurricane Iniki? It stopped dead in its tracks, and it decided to do a 90-degree turn, and it went up straight towards Kauai. Have you ever seen a hurricane do that before? Luckily, because of our satellite tracking systems, we have at least 3 weeks before the hurricane actually hits. 3 weeks, brothers and sisters. Is that a lot of time? Can anyone tell me when President Kimball, when I was 5 years old, what year that was that he received instructions from my Heavenly Father for the members to start their 1 year food supply? What year?
1972.
Very good, Bishop. 1972. Let me go ahead and count the years since 1972. 1972, 1982, 1992, 2002. How many years have gone by? 2006. 34 years have gone by. Without a show of hands, how many of you have your 1 year food supply? Brothers and sisters, 34 years later, how many of you have your 6-month food supply? Brothers and sisters, 34 years later, how many of you have your 3-month food supply? Do you think that you can get ready in 3 weeks? Did our Heavenly Father know that we were going to procrastinate?
Yeah.
Yet He still loves us, yeah?
Yeah.
But if for some crazy reason we had to evacuate, but if for some reason the governor said, mandatory, yeah, we all had to evacuate, fine, I'll evacuate. It was already proven in Hurricane Iniki and Iwa that most people did not evacuate to the shelters. They stayed home. Okay? But if we had to, okay, and let's say that one of the evacuation sites was a high school or an elementary school, in the gym, I guess. And let's say that in that gym you had how many people sleeping all over the floor? 2,000? 3,000? How many bathrooms in the gym? 2 if you're lucky, and if the thing working.
Yes.
Public school. Okay, you got 3, 4, 5,000 people in the gym, and there's only 2 bathrooms, hopefully, that work. Can you imagine the line? Okay, brothers and sisters, there's 2 things, yeah? Two things that make my body not function properly. Number 1 is when I have a toothache. Can I work? Can I sleep? Can I eat? And number 2, my wife knows this, is when I gotta use the bathroom. Can I function? I have a hard time driving. Okay. So can you imagine, yeah? 1,000 people waiting in line. What is the plan if the Rima family had to evacuate? I have your standard 5-gallon bucket that you can get virtually anywhere. Just a standard 5-gallon bucket. Yeah? Fits right on the top. put it in the bag, you can go ahead and really, oh, wait a minute. Shame, shame. Where you going to relieve yourself? In the corner, everybody looking at you. We need some privacy. Let me go ahead and demonstrate for you, brothers and sisters. Excuse me. Can you see me? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to just vent it up here. Alright. You know what? Maybe we can make some money, honey. Yeah? We charge $5 per use. Yeah? Take your bag, give me my $5, and you can use it. Not $5. If you really want to go, maybe it's $50, right? You pay anything to unload yourself, relieve yourself. Yeah? Can you imagine my line? Yeah? Okay. All right. A simple toilet seat, a 5-gallon bucket, plastic bags, and that little pop-up tent. This right here you can get from a website called the sportsmansguide.com. Okay? $9.99. And that little pop-up tent I bought for $19.99. It's a really big site. They sell almost virtually anything to deal with camping, outdoors, emergency preparedness. Yeah. This could also be used at home. After the hurricane, let's say that there's no pressure in the pipes, no electricity. Yeah, you cannot use your toilets. You would also have to find a way to relieve yourself. I apologize to any of you who teach 72-hour kits, who spend a lot of time making them, because the way that I'm going to teach it and share my ideas with you is somewhat unorthodox. But yet, yeah, it makes sense and it works. Okay. Brothers and sisters, I know that in this stake, President Wale, or the stake presidency, they want to go ahead and have all of us be accountable for our 72-hour kits by July the 1st, correct?
Yes.
Okay. What does your 72-hour kit backpack or container look like? Is it a nice regular size backpack that you would use? Is it a box? Is it one of those suitcases with wheels? Okay. Can you fit 5 pages of things in your in that backpack? This is really interesting here. On the last page here, it gives you a cutaway view of this garbage can with a handle and wheels. Yeah, interesting. But you know what? This a garbage can with wheels does not work for the Arima family. You know why? Because I have 4 young girls, and I need my 2 hands. If I am to go ahead and pack my stuff in here, that takes away 1 hand. I only have 1 hand. I need 2 hands. 1 hand to carry one of my babies, or 2 hands to carry 2 babies, or 1 hand to carry 1 baby and my bat, or my weapon, yeah? Or 1 hand to carry the baby, and 1 to pick up the baby on the side of the road because the baby crying and no more the mommy, and I cannot just leave the baby there. Whose baby is that? I don't know. But I cannot leave the baby there. I need my 2 hands. And it was already, we've already learned from Hurricane Katrina, yeah, what atrocities happened between human beings, killing each other, stealing, beating each other up, raping each other. We've already learned what the human being can do in times of this. Brothers and sisters, I never used to have a bat, in my 72-hour kit. So ever since from Hurricane Katrina, brothers and sisters, we've learned a lot. That one was an eye-opener for us. Okay? All right. Here we go, 72-hour kit. Most of these items here don't apply to the Arima family. You want to see my list? It's always right here in the pocket, okay, to sustain me and my family for 72 hours. We have Linda's list. It's totally different from mine because I carry all the heavy stuff. Yeah. We got Kylie's list, my daughter. It's totally different from my list and Linda's list. You know why? Because she's a little girl. Do you know how long it takes me to pack Dad's list? It takes me only 6 minutes. Right? Now, if you take a look, I'm going to go ahead and pass this out. This is